Minasan, ohayo gozaimasu. Welcome! This channel is for Japanese learners of English. Hyomo shadowing no lesson will yat ikimashou. Listen to today's real native conversation. Focus on the rhythm and shadow along. Practice daily to master tango, bunpao, hatsuan, and rhythm. Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Zake. Chenaru no Toroku. Wo onegai shimasu. Okay, are you ready? Here we go.
Ever found yourself needing to share a problem but not knowing how to say it in English? It's a common struggle, isn't it?
Oh, totally. It's like you're trying to unlock a door, but you don't have the right key, you know?
Exactly. And it's not just about the words, it's also about how you approach it. So let's crack the code. How exactly do you ask someone for help with a problem in English?
Well, the most straightforward way is using simple phrases like, "Can I talk to you?" or "I need your advice." Those are really good places to start.
Right, super direct, get straight to the point. What about if you want to be a little less upfront or maybe need a bit more time to explain yourself?
Then you can say, "Could I have some advice?" or "I have a problem I'd like to discuss with you." It's a bit softer, more of a request than a demand.
That makes sense. It's about finding the right level of directness, right? But it's not just the asking for help, it's also about how you say that you want to talk about the problem.
Yeah, that's true. Instead of using problem straight away, you can try using, "I have something I'd like to talk about." It's a bit more subtle.
I like that. It's less alarming, I think, and it invites conversation. Now, sometimes we need more than just a talk. We need specific guidance. What's the best way to ask for that?
In that case, go with something like, "I am seeking some input," or "I could really use your perspective on this." It signals that you're not just venting, you're looking for real advice.
Oh, that's great. It makes it clear that you need specific feedback. So it's not just talk, but more advice. I like it.
It's a way of making sure the other person knows you want their thoughts. Then there's also consult. That's when you need some kind of expert help.
That's a good point. Consult suggests a more formal approach, doesn't it? Like, you're seeking an opinion from someone with special knowledge. So it's about choosing the right word for the kind of help you need.
Exactly. And if you want to talk it over with a friend, you can say, "I'd like to talk this over with you." It's like you're both going through the problem together.
Right. That feels more collaborative. And what if you're not just asking for help, but more like you want to have a discussion about something?
Then you can use discuss. You're not just seeking advice. You're having an open exchange of thoughts and opinions.
Makes sense. It's about working things out together, yeah? It's kind of like throwing ideas back and forth, isn't it?
Totally. It's about engaging in a two-way conversation. And this could also be a good option when you want to sit down with someone.
Oh, yes, I can see that. Sit down together to talk about that. Great when you want to have an in-depth chat. What about asking someone to listen to your problem?
That's important too. You could start with, "I just need someone to hear me out," or "Can you listen to something I'm dealing with?" It's acknowledging that sometimes you just need someone to listen.
Yes, sometimes you just need to vent, don't you? It's good to have those options. Now, what if someone comes to you and asks you for help?
Ah, yes, that's another situation. You could say, "I am all ears," or "I am here for you." It shows you ready to listen and give advice.
That's a good way of expressing that you're there for them. Are there any other ways to say that?
Sure, you can say, "I am happy to listen and help where I can." This adds an extra bit of assurance that you will try your best.
Great. That also sets the expectation that you will try to offer some suggestions, but not overpromise, right? Now, it also all about the specific words, isn't it?
Absolutely. Advice is a big one. It's the main word for what I should do, and you could use it in a sentence like, "Can you give me some advice?"
Yes, that's a classic. What if you need multiple pieces of advice?
That's when you say pieces of advice. Advice itself is uncountable, but you can use pieces of if you want to talk about multiple suggestions.
That's a useful distinction. So some advice or pieces of advice both work depending on the situation. So, to recap, it's not just one word or phrase, is it?
No, not at all. It's about choosing the right phrase depending on the situation. From just needing someone to listen to needing expert help, isn't it?
Yeah, and understanding how to ask for help and how to offer it in English can make a huge difference. It's all about finding the right tone and the right words.
Right. And it's about being able to express your feelings and needs in a clear and confident way, no matter how big or small the problem is.
So true. It's all about communication, and that's a key life skill. Well, this was very insightful. Thanks for shedding light on this.
You're welcome. Glad we can unpack this today.
Alright, we've finished today's lesson. How did you find it? 理解できない部分はありませんでしたか? Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Please let me know your 感想 or request in the comments. ぜひチャンネルの登録をお願いします. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. See you next time. Bye bye.